Greetings, Patriots, Starseeds, Lightworkers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. It's Saturday today, July 7th or 19th, and it's a little cloudy, overcast here, but it is a nice, much cooler day here in the lower mainland of Vancouver. And I want to say I had a great visit with my Patriot connection here in the lower mainland at the time I had to stay. It was great visits with them, and it was a real slice. And I wish them all the best for their new adventures. Now, they asked me to do a video on setting appointments for redemption centers or banks or whatever the case may be. Now, banks might be still involved, still in the loop of this stuff, but you know, myself personally, I would not trust them. You can deal with them, but don't trust them. To set your appointments, when you do set your appointment, clear your whole day, because this is a life-changing event for you, and you want to be totally focused on what is happening that day. Okay. Go to your appointment. No, do not be late, and do not go there over 10 minutes. Go there about 7 minutes before your appointment, and you know, if they allow you in, just go in there and sit and wait for 7 minutes. Now, the things to take with you: take your electrical bill, your hydro bill, anything that proves that you're at that address. Okay, Canadian, American, whatever. Take some proper ID with you. Passport is applicable. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Debit cards are applicable. Take them with you. But credit cards are not applicable. Okay. Now, bank receipts of the purchase of your foreign currency. If you've got it, that's really important to take, because that'll verify that you went to the bank and bought them there. Although the banks will have verification and records saying that you did buy currency at somewhere along the line, and I'm sure that would be already set up in your Q identification ID, right? But if you got any receipts of that there, just take that with you as well. Now, I don't know for sure if there will be a redemption center. Apparently, you know, from what I'm understanding, there are many locations of redemption centers, heavily guarded. Okay, and they'll be heavily guarded inside. They will appear like they're just a normal building. Outside, they're not going to be anything fancy with a big sign on it saying Redemption Center. That won't be like that. Everything's done covertly. As I said before, Tier 1A, Tier 1B, Tier 2A, Tier 2B, Tier 3A, Tier 3B, and the whales have all been paid out. So now it's Tier 4A, Tier 4B. We, the internet group that followed us and are kind of in a 5D realm of what's going on, we're Tier 4B. Some are Tier 4A, depending on how much money you got, have bought. Okay. The older ones, of course, there will be in your quantum financial system. Well, I'll move on to that later after I get through all this here. But when you go in there, once you get your appointment, they'll come in, they'll basically assess you on your vibration. There might be people there that are extraterrestrial but look human. So just stay calm and stay in high vibration. Clear your mind and focus on the task at hand. That's all you have to worry about that day, is just getting that stuff put together. You'll go through a pre-process, probably. A little bit, I don't know, whatever it is, clarification with your IDs and all that shit. And then just to verify who you are. And they'll ask you if you have any foreign currency you like to exchange, and you'll say, yes, I like to exchange my foreign currency I bought at such and such place, and I'm looking for a contract rate. Is that a contract rate that we'll be dealing with today? And then they'll say yes or no or whatever, or they'll explain exactly what it is. Okay, so but it's important that you do ask for the contract rate, okay, because that'll set you above what the normal rates are. Once you've settled all that, you'll get a Q card and possibly a Q phone, maybe a Q phone, I don't know. You might have to go back to a phone place and buy your Q phone, but I know you will get a Q card, and that Q card you might have to basically you'll have to activate that by your bio readings, and that's placing your hand on some machine maybe, and then once they take your frequency, the card will be spit out from there, and then nobody can touch that card at that point. Now they're going to have to show you, basically they're going to have to come up with some kind of a reading. Now, whether it's on your Q card that has the holograph, digital numbers on it, or if it's in their computer, they're going to have to show you the amount, what you have, and of course, at that point, you ask them, is that money gold back, or is it on a XRP or XLM? Those are the only other two that you have to worry about. Don't even talk about crypto. Crypto is not applicable. Okay, and but XRP and XLM are gold and silver backed. Okay, so you'll ask them if they are, and of course, if they say yes, that's great news, and then go on go on with that. You also ask them for 100 checks, personal checks, off this account. Can you have 100 checks off this personal account? That's what I would do. So they can issue 100 checks for you, and if they cost you money or whatever, just say, well, take it out of my account, right? But it's important that you do that because there are some things based on that account. If you have to go out there and buy a big ticket item or put a deposit on some real estate or something like that, you have some checks to do it with, okay? And because, yes, we have been dealing with a digital age for some years now, but this might be a little bit of a twist to it, and might take some getting used to. All right? Now, the important thing, you might have to sign a NDA, and with that being said, sign it, because it's extremely important that we keep this in a covert operation because of security purposes, and it's there to protect you. What I would do, once you get all this stuff in place, I would go home, lock up the house, send the pets or kids or whatever to whatever, and I'd just take off for a while and not say nothing to anybody. Leave your phones behind you, your old phones. Do not take them with you. If you go down and buy your Q phone and get that set up, and say absolutely nothing about your newfound fortune. This is extremely important because that could jeopardize. Also, always keep any accounts that you have coming or that you want to open in the future. Do not have joint accounts. That's just a recipe for disaster. Because you do not want somebody on that account that's going to go ahead and blab off exactly what's in that account, however and how much you put in there. People like to say things and show off what they have, and it's just human instinct to do that, especially with the younger kids. So if If you want to go buy people something, just remember very, very clearly that everybody's going to be receiving. There is a category of people that are 60 plus, people that are 39 to, 40 to 60. That's another category. And then 21 to 39. That's the other category. Everybody that's under that, that will not receive anything to do with GESERA NESERA or anything on their birth certificate at that point. And just remember, these young people that are young, I call them young Spartans because they are so adept, and they're at an age where they're learning 3 or 4 times as fast as we are. They're not clogged up with poisons like we are, and they're in a more clear pattern on the things that they want to do because they will be in the realm of quantum and quantum learning, and they have a very extremely bright future. For example, the crew that went over there on the B-2 bombers, all 6 of them, none of them were over 21 years old. All of them were under that age. So it just shows the talent. And these guys and girls, whoever it was involved in these B-2 bombers, pinpointed those bunker busters one on top of each other. So, you know, they have a great, great talent, and that is recognized by a lot of basically galactic brothers and sisters. They know that we are very talented that way, and very well, we just have certain God gifts that we possess that they wish they had. So anyways, I didn't want to get off the topic. This is basically what we have to go through. It's up to you, and always remember that, you know, I've had a bundle of money before and lost it, and I've done that twice in my life, and it was only because I was not conscious of how fast I could lose the money. It takes really a lot of talent and patience and foresight and intuition and caution to be able to keep and organize your money and keep it safe at all times. Diversification is good, and of course, you know, buying real estate is extremely a good investment. Go to precious metals. I would not be playing with crypto. You're going to be watched, and on how you govern your money, and if you're doing good humanitarian things that what God wants, you're going to be getting more money. If not, you're going to have problems. So that all being said, this is kind of where we're at with it right now, and for us, we have to continue our journey, and we'll see you on the other side. And I believe, before I go, I do believe that this is very, very close. Lots of things are happening, and do not pay attention to what's going on in the social media or in the mainstream media. Just, you know, and cut your cable. The less that you have or are a piece of the matrix, the better it is for you. Go out and hug a tree and lay in some grass. Get your feet and bare feet in some ground. Enjoy the summer and enjoy our beautiful earth. God bless everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.